Hello there. Welcome back. I am Coach Emmanuel. Inspirational quotes for today's lessons. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all you're getting, get understanding. Lesson 1. In this lesson, we will cover what money is, the history of money, how money has changed over time, why people invest their money, and finally, any takeaway lessons. Money is a medium of exchange. It acts as the acceptable way to buy and sell goods and services. Brief history of money. Here's a quick time travel journey to see how money came to be. Way before money, people used to barter trade, which means people exchanged goods or services for other goods and services. For example, a farmer might trade a sack of wheat for a pair of shoes or a loaf of bread for a bottle of milk. This system remained intact for many centuries and worked well in most cases. But unfortunately, this system of paying for goods or services with another good or service had many limitations. 1. Not all goods and services were easily traded. 2. There was no way of determining the value of goods or service. And 3, as societies were getting more complex and people were traveling all around the world, the need for a better medium of exchange became a necessity. People understood that they require something that is mutually valuable, something that can be easily calculated, something that can be reproduced, and finally, something that can be stored for a long period of time. Then somewhere around 1200 BC, many ancient cultures began to use things like cowries, beads, and even precious stones as an early form of money. These items were small, portable, and easy to trade. Plus, they had a consistent value, which made them ideal for exchanging goods and services. But metallic coins that we know today first appeared around the year 600 BC in a region called Lydia, an ancient kingdom located in what we know now as Turkey. These coins were made from a mixture of gold and silver and were stamped with various images and symbols to signify their value. Soon, coins became popular and was adopted by other civilizations throughout the world. But there was still a tiny, whiny problem, and that is too many of them were quite heavy to carry. So to tackle this weight, around 618 AD, the Chinese thought of making the most out of their invention of paper and began to print paper money. At that time, merchants would deposit their coins with trustworthy individuals such as goldsmiths or money lenders and receive paper receipts in return, which they could use to make purchases. This system proved to be quite popular as it was more convenient than carrying around large amounts of coins. Over time, the use of paper spread throughout China and eventually made its way to the other parts of the world. And this led to the development of paper money as we know it today. But the phase of paper money did not stop there. Today, we have sophisticated financial systems that allow us to use our cards to buy online, and we can even use our phones to pay for things at the store. Now, with the potential of digital money, we may not know exactly what the future of money will look like. But one thing is for sure, it will continue to adapt and transform. To wrap up, here is the history of money through time. Started off with barter trading, where goods or services were exchanged for good and service. Then it transformed into coins, and from coins to paper money. And then from paper money, we have the plastic cards, debit cards, credit cards, and now we are using the digital money, that is the cryptocurrency. Trivia time. Did you know that paper money is not actually paper? Yes, it is made from a blend of cotton and linen, a type of cloth that's made from a plant called flux. Before we zoom out, why do people invest their money? People invest their money primarily, one, to build wealth, two, to achieve long-term financial goals, and three, to ensure their money grows at a rate that outpaces inflation. Ready for the next thing? Lesson 2 is up. But before we unlock lesson 2, you've got one quick mission to complete, and that is taking the quiz for this lesson and prove you have mastered what we just learned. My best wishes to you.